Hey everybody, welcome back. I have not done a video in a while, so I thought I would do a little video just to update you what's going on in the floor trader room. Also have some other little bit of news I want to share with you. But so far, I've been running this room on Stocktwits now for I guess for some time now. I mean, if I go back, you'll see that it's probably been approximately a month, right? So December 3rd. Let me just keep going here real quickly. And it started off really well. We had a bunch of winners in a row. Just looking at some of the trades here. You can go back and review them all, time and date stamped if you like. But the majority of the trades here um, were, let's see, ADSK has a few here that I didn't have, but the majority of them here were posted on my watch list here. But these are the trades that I've been focusing on for this quarter, my swing trades for the quarter. So the room started off really well. We had a whole bunch of winners right off the bat, and then it got a little bit ugly. And I'm just going to go through some of those trades with you right now to show you how money management is the key to success. I want you to notice something here, if you'll please pay attention. Trading is this is my room rules. Trading is extremely risky, and risk management is the secret sauce that everyone ignores. Right? Say it right there, my room rules. Please keep things positive and constructive, or you will be gone. So I think that most traders, if I could just fix one thing in them, and that is the right position sizing. Okay, um, and so position sizing would be the one thing. If someone said to me, Steve, you could wave this magic wand and you could, help every trader in the world, which I wish I could, but nobody really listens. Um, Even when I give it away for free. The real secret sauce to trading is position sizing, okay? And that's one of the reasons why I prefer to trade options rather than actually the underlying in a lot if I can in a lot of cases, because with the options I can always control my exact loss. Okay, and that is really the trade-off that you get from having to pay the premium is it's worth it, because if you're as good as I am, and yes, I am damn good. Sorry, I don't want to toot my own home, but I am good. If you're as good as I am, I'm going to take that from Trump. He likes to talk about how great he is, so I'll talk about how great I am. If you're as good as I am, you don't need to worry so much about the premiums. I mean, they say 95% of options traders lose money. It's because they don't know how to get direction right. But when you can get direction right as effectively and as powerfully and as consistently as I can get it right, then the premiums are nothing to really worry about. So that being said, I want you to go through all here, but we'll go through all the trades. We're going to see what happened in those trades, okay, and how we profit. I think there was a couple here I'm just going to add. I think let me just really go down quickly. There was a few that JIL. I'm going to add that in. You can see here it was posted JLL and any J, sorry, JILL and any ANY, and I think there was one other one that I did not have on my watch list. ATG, don't we? Yeah, ATGE. All right, ATGE. So those are all the trades that you can see here that I talk about in my room. Okay, let's go through and see what I've done. Now, SPY. We're gonna just go to a daily chart here. Spider. I actually had a couple of long trades on it. Was long here off of this level. I made a little bit of money on it. I did buy again here at this level, but I didn't buy the spider. I bought the VXX, okay? And you can see I'm getting spanked on that one right now. But this morning I actually covered it for a loss, which is okay. But remember, these ones are January puts that I have, January 29s, I believe. So I got lots of time for that particular trade to work around. So this one is a loser. I took off half the trade here, but I'm holding the other half. I think it's going to be okay. Spider, we had a winner here and the only other trade we took on the spider was the VXX. So the VXX is the inverse of the spider. I have a massive, 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 massive trade in the U.S. dollar CAD long. Okay. Sorry, I got some crackling going on in my ear. Massive trade here in the U.S. dollar CAD long. I have been long since this liquidity down here, and I plan on holding this trade potentially to 138 over the long run. Over the long run, I believe the Canadian dollar is going to get demolished versus the U.S. dollar. I'm looking at 150, maybe even 2 to 1 in the long run. I'm not talking about tomorrow. I'm talking about next 2 or 3 years. The Canadian dollar is just Canada's in for a world of pain, and I think Canada is going to be you're going to be turned into a third world country. I know people are going to laugh at that, but I honestly believe that. And I'm not saying tomorrow, but I'm saying within 5 to 10 years. Okay, so Kron was. I'm going to cover all the losses first because I want to show you how even with losses you can make incredible returns. Okay, so Kron was a big loser for me. I was short. I was actually short the stock from here, from here, from here. I made a lot of money on this stock, about $50,000 in total. I then had another huge position on that I believe this was going to around 475. I had a huge position on, and then rumors came out of their buyout, and I actually covered my short position around 990, and then I bought puts, and then yes, the rumors turned out to be true. It went to 14, and believe it or not, the stock actually sold off, and I lost about 50% on those puts, which was not that bad. But considering this was a buyout, and I only lost 50% of the puts, which I think I bought about $10,000 worth of puts, and I lost $5,000 on that trade. Okay. Now I want to talk about the other bad trade, and that is Tesoro. This was a effing nightmare for me. I was short the stock from around this level here, 40.32, and I was just it just did not do what I thought it would do. I couldn't even get out of it. Thank God I decided to opt into, again, flip my short stock into puts again, and I had close to $10,000, about $7,000 worth of puts on this particular thing, and then boom, of course, the buyout. Now, I still have that open position. I doubt that it's ever going to come back. It expires in January, but you never know. I mean, sometimes these things get rejected and the stock comes back. You never know, but that's my big loser. So between my two losers, about $7,000 loss on Tesoro, about approximately $5,000 loss on Kron, $15,000 approximately. That was a nightmare. And also the VXX trade, which is also the loser, it's underwater right now, about $1,500. So let's just say $16,000 in losses with options on VXX. Sounds horrible, right? I know, it's terrible. That's why we buy options. We always limit. If I had the stock here, I would have got demolished. My account would have been blown, right? Thank God for that. Even if I had Cron, if I had the equivalent number of stock, I would have got wiped out on that. I mean, like I was short from 885, and I had like a lot of shares, right? If I had the equivalent number of stock, I would have got smashed. Okay, so those are the losers. Let's now talk about the winners. IRDM, IRDM. Okay, so IRDM, we got short here with puts, 2367 area. Took a little bit of heat on that. Actually, I think we got short here around the 23 area. We took a little bit of heat on that, but as you can see, that turned out to be a massive winner. Now, I got out of the trade here at this level, 1958. And we made 100% on my money. So that gave me back $5,000 worth of profit, putting me at a $10,000 loss on the month so far. Peggy, baby. Peggy, we were short in here from Peggy. We had to take a little bit of stress on it, but it ended up working out just fine. I ended up getting out Peggy right here at $19. Again, I wish I held on to this one a little bit longer. That was another $5,000 win for me. So that brings my loss down to about $5,000 on the month. Okay. The next one, which was absolutely, we just finished today. BNFT, baby! Woo! That one just gave me a huge win. I made 120% on this one right here. So that put me up about $2,000 or $3,000 if you take into consideration, again, $5,000 worth of options on that. Okay, we still have nights open. We got short nights around here. This one it's underwater a little bit still, but I'm still confident this is going to end up working out just fine. My target for it is somewhere around 192. Again, I have late January options, okay? And then W. Another one I wish I didn't close, right? If I would have held on to this one, it'd be absolutely crusher month. I got short W right here on this little liquidity grab here at 112.14. I took it off within 2 days. I really thought that we might have formed a little balance area here, bounce back up, and my plan was to reload all of this here for another move down. Big shame, because I had $5,000 worth of that. That would have been quite a substantial win. Instead of $1,500, be looking at another $4,500 in profit. JIL, let's go BAC actually. Okay, BAC I am long. BAC I took long here at 24. I actually got out with a little bit of profit on it. $600 profit on it. I re-entered the trade after the Fed announcement yesterday, so I am still long January calls on BAC. Okay. JILL, I shouted this out in the room to short at 648, and you can see this is just crushing it. Now, I missed the trade, unfortunately, but I'm going to count the trade as my official room trade because this is one that I did shout in the room. So that was a really nice trade call in the room. Any I also shorted here 599. No, I actually didn't even trade any. Somebody in the room was shouting it out, so that was not a trade. But anyway, there you have it. And finally, ATGE, bitches. Yeah, look at this, crushing ATGE. Got short ATGE here. Had to take a little bit of heat on it for a little while, about a week or two. It's been crushing. Again, another one I wish I held. I got out at 51. So if I really did not expect the market to be this negative this quarter so quickly. I really thought we would hold this level here and we would go into a more of a balance area. What I was actually thinking was something along the lines of this might form, something along the lines of We had this run up, ding, 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 ding. I thought something along the lines of this would start to form, and we would just do a lot of sideways. But that's not the case. What's actually happening now is um, what's happening now is we've done this, right? We've now busted through that area, and I'm not sure we're going to be able to get back into that area. That's what I was looking to happen, a very random rotational market, but it seems to have broken down quite substantially, and so that's not too good. Let's get rid of that. I don't know why I can't see that. Okay, let me get rid of that. Close that window 1 second. Okay, so that's all I have to say. That's an update from the room, right? Let me just close this window. Sorry. That's an update from the room and everything that I have called out on the room. Now, I do want to make a little video here because one of the guys in the room, I asked for some feedback. His name is Sammy, and he sent me. He made a comment in the room that he's been getting his ass handed to him. I knew it wasn't because of me, because I was a little confused. I was saying, give me some feedback on, how you guys are liking the room. He said he's losing a lot of money. I said, well, send me your statement. So he sent me his statements. I thought it was saying he was losing money because of my trades. So I'm going to go through some of his statements here and just look at it. It looks like he's been buying. I'm going to look at the dates here. November he was buying calls, and he bought 2 calls. Then he bought 20 puts on SQ, and then he sold those 20 puts. And I'm just going to go through here. Then he's buying calls, and he's flipping the puts, puts. And you can see that he's buying 70 calls, and he's buying 310 puts. I'm just going to go through his statements here. It looks like he's spending a lot of time flipping back and forth on SQ, some Netflix calls, some Apple calls, and some Tesla puts. Let's see. NVIDIA calls, Netflix calls, Apple calls, Netflix calls. So it looks like you can see here that he's down. He showed me that he's down around $3,500 or 32%. Now, this is why I coach, okay? The reason why I coach people is because I've been there, guys, okay? I've been there. I've done that. I've got the t-shirt, okay? It's just a part of the business, and there's unfortunately no easy way around it. You kind of have to live and go through this pain and suffering if you want to make it as a trader. The other thing you do is you hire somebody like myself who has been there, who has done it, who has gone through this pain multiple times, right? Okay, I've been down 35%, 5, 6, 7 times in my life. I've been down 100% a couple of times. I don't coach because I'm some fucking rocket scientist genius stock wonder. I coach because I've made a tremendous amount of mistakes in my life, and I've fixed those mistakes over time. Okay, did I fix them all immediately? No, they took a lot of time, and they still take time to repair. I recently had 2 really bad trades on that Tesoro and Kron, right? I mean, look at this thing. I could have got smashed if I didn't know to flip over to the options on that. Same with Kron. I could have got smashed. And I had another bad trade, AWX. I had one of my students told me about this, and I had a small position on it. Thank God I survived that. I just had a little position, but it's very easy to get bloody nosed and beaten up in this business, right? It's extremely easy. Wow, look at the SPY's getting just decimated. I'm really surprised we did not hold this level here, 252. I was really expecting to hold that level and kind of balance. We still might. I mean, sometimes they can overextend like this, but I'm changing my mind on it quite quickly. I mean, this could really get things. Anyways, going back to Sammy. Sammy, what are you doing wrong? Because I'm going to make this video for you. Number one, it looks like you do not have any plan. Okay, so it looks to me like there is no plan of attack. There is no strategy that you're using. It just looks to me like you are just randomly jumping in stocks for God knows what reasons, okay? And without having a strategy, without having a plan, without having a written out business plan. I literally have a business plan that I write out. It's sitting on a cork board right beside my computer, and I can read it. It's right there, right? Step 1, right? Step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, step 6, step 7, right? I've got a 7-step business plan. So the stocks that I trade have to meet 7 criteria that if they don't meet them, then I'm not interested in trading them. Okay, not only the stocks that I trade, but also the fundamental data, all of my fundamental research. Okay, so there's 7 steps that I go through, which says this is a good trade. Okay, and to me, it just looks like you're randomly guessing at what to do. Like there doesn't look like there's any order here whatsoever. You're just trading large caps. You're going calls. You're buying puts. The calls you're buying and the puts you're buying, they're spread out over all different strikes, which to me is just, I don't understand it whatsoever. But it's gonna. That's your first mistake. Write out a business plan based upon what you know about the market and how to trade, okay? So you need a business plan. That's the most important thing. Well, first of all, you got to understand how the market works, and then once you understand how the market works, you structure your business plan around that, okay? So that's the number one thing. The number 2 thing that I'm looking at here that I think is really huge is look at the variation in his quantity. 5, 3, 2, 9, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 5, 55. I don't know what that is. I think that's actually 50. Did you really buy 55 puts? I don't think so. But anyways, the quantities that you're using here, they're random and sporadic. It doesn't look like you know what you're doing as far as proper money management, especially at the price of these options, right? So that's the second huge mistake you're making, right? No game plan and no plan of attack for any uniform money management. Okay, and I want to go back to what's the main thing that I tell you in my room. The main thing that I talk about in my room, the number one thing, is that money management is the secret sauce. Nobody wants to learn money management skills. Everybody wants to learn how to trade, how to get in, where to trade. That's really super important. And I honestly believe that I have the best education in the entire internet, in the entire world. There's probably only one other guy I think is better than me. Shout out to you, Ray, if you're listening, because he's the bee's knees. And he's one of the greatest educators. I even learned from him, and I think he's one of the greatest traders I've ever met. But there's only one other guy on the internet that offers a better education than me. And with me having the best directional skills, if I don't use good money management, I'm finished. right? So one of the biggest parts of my course that I teach is the money management skill. Okay, so Sammy, you got a lot of work to do, my friend. There's so many things wrong with what you got to fix, but start with the big pieces and then work your way down. Number one, write out a business plan that has, I have 7 conditions that must be met in order for me to make a trade. Okay, write it out, put it on your desk, look at it every day. Do not do anything but those things. Number 2, if you're not going to hire me, go and Google trading money management, and I'll give you a little hint. You can look at anything involving the Kelly criterion. Is really good. So you can do that all for free. You don't have to hire me. Okay? So there you have it. You got a lot of work to do, my friend. A lot of randomness going on here. No plan. And that being said, I'm just going to give myself a little tout here, because I did add a new course. If anybody's interested, it is a day trading course, but I did add it to my website. And where is it? Services. Let's see, Carolyn just put it up. My London push day trading strategy, not to be confused with the London open strategy that Market Traders Institute, which is garbage, gives away for free. This is something that I've used as a day trader for years and years and years. I've made a lot of money doing it. Currently, right now, we're having it on sale for $6.99 on top of my one-on-one coaching. I highly recommend that you do, if you can afford it. If you're serious about trading, my one-on-one coaching is the only way to go. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed that little lesson. Please remember to join me in the Floor Trader chat room. And, I gave all these trades away for free, guys. Right? And you'll see here, I am up, even with 2 monstrous, disastrous trades. I am up $6,000 on the month, or 5%. Without these 2 disastrous trades, I'm well over 15% on the month. Well over 15%. Even with 2 major disasters, I'm still crushing the market. Okay? Hope you guys enjoyed the room. And Sammy, I hope you enjoyed that feedback. And remember, head on over to my website. Say hello to the gorgeous Carolyn, who is the Vice President of Sales. And she'll gladly take care of you, answer any questions, or add me on Skype like Sammy did. And I will gladly spend a little bit of time with them, with you, trying to help you if I can. Okay? Guys like Sammy are the reason why I coach. Okay? I coach because I hate seeing things like this happen to people. Like I said, been there, done it, got the t-shirt. Now my goal is to try to minimize it and help as many people as I possibly can. God bless. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Happy holidays. Happy Hanukkah. Whatever you celebrate. Ramadan. All the best to you. I wish you guys nothing but lots of love and a prosperous, prosperous New Year. Bye for now.